baby, the mobile event of the year just went down, and right now I'm giving you everything you need to know on the iPhone 12 mini, the iPhone 12, the 12 Pro, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. We got 4 new phones ranging in price, with screen sizes ranging in size from 5.4 inches to 6.7, so let's get to it. If you haven't yet, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and of course turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of my lovely videos. Well, Whistle Out Nation, you want the iPhone info and opinions, and I have the iPhone info and opinions ready for you right now. The Apple event today gave us 4, count them, 4 new iPhones. We're going to start this video out with the iPhone 12 mini and work up to the iPhone 12 Pro Max. You can skip to the phone you want to learn about along the bottom, where there is a nice little chapter selection down here if you move your cursor a little bit. Now, before we jump in, I want to talk about the top qualities all of the new phones in the 12 series lineup have. First, all of the phones, all of them are 5G capable. Now, 5G isn't a household staple yet. It's not really available for the majority of the country, but will be by this time next year, hopefully. Now, using 5G can be a little battery consuming, so Apple made sure to make your new iPhone smarter by automatically switching between LTE and 5G, making sure to only use 5G when the speeds really matter, like quickly downloading or uploading content. Second, all of the 12 series have the brand new A14 Bionic chip. This chip will help with taking higher quality pictures and creating an overall better and faster experience on your new device. Third, all the new phones have a fancy new glass called Ceramic Shield. And they mentioned something about the glass matrix, which sounds like a little extra, but it allows us to do this. Now, fourth, most of the fancy new camera features are also available on the front-facing camera. Apple seems to forget about the front camera sometimes, so now you can take those low-light bomb selfies without worrying about if you have enough light. So woo for that. Fifth, all phones are now magnet safe, so now we don't have to worry about sticking pop sockets onto our phones or sticking wallets on the back or sticking anything. We can just use magnet accessories, which isn't a super novel idea, but it's new and it's really handy when it comes to iPhones. And lastly, when it comes to the form factor of all the Series 12, they are reminiscent of the beginning of the iPhone glory days, being a little bit more square and not super rounded like they have been for the last few years. Okay, so I gave you just a quick overview of what all the phones have. Now, what comes in the box when you buy the new iPhone, or rather, well, what doesn't come in the new box? I have a feeling this is going to make a lot of people really mad and just annoyed. Now, if you're paying $1,000 for a phone, you want all you can get with it. But alas, we do have to worry about the environment. Now, whether or not Apple is truly worried about the environment, or maybe it's just an easy excuse to save money and therefore make more money, we'll never know. But what we do know is that they cut down on the content of what comes in the new iPhone box. So now all you get is the phone and a charging cable that is USB-C to Lightning. There are no more headphones and no more power adapters. Now, Apple assumes that we all have enough power adapters and headphones, which, I mean, they aren't wrong. I have multiples of each of those. Now, they say they've sold 2 billion adapters. Plus, when you factor in third-party adapters, that's a lot of plastic and metal floating out there in the world. Now, Apple says cutting down on the content of the box also helps decrease the size of the box, which means more phones are able to ship at one time, hopefully allowing you to get your new phone faster. You know, blah, blah, blah. I'm annoyed. I like new things. I like things in general. If you haven't noticed, my background is very full of things. However, I do like the push that Apple has to be carbon neutral and reduce, reuse, and recycle. You can't be that mad at people when they're trying to save the environment, so I'm reluctantly on board with downsizing the box. Alrighty, enough with that. Let's get to the actual devices. Starting with the iPhone 12 mini, like its name suggests, the iPhone 12 mini is small, pretty small. It's the smallest display since the iPhone 8, which was 4.7 inches. Now the Mini comes in 3 storage sizes. You get 64, 128, or 256 gigabytes. The Mini will cost you $699 outright. Now the price will go up depending on how much storage you want. Now if you want to buy it in installments or month by month, it starts at $29.12 a month from Apple, and you can pre-order on November 6th and it will ship the week of November 13th. Now there are a lot of neat things about the 12 mini, but I'm going to go over the top few specs that I find cool. Then you can learn more at whistle.com, where we have everything laid out for you, and you can get to that article up here in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, so the top 4 things I want to highlight are that this is the thinnest and lightest 5G phone around. Second, it has 2 cameras, able to fit a wide and ultra wide onto a small form factor, and the cameras all have night mode too. The third thing is that there's fun colors. We see this at Apple a lot. The base or lower cost model always has fun colors, and that is the case here. We have black, silver, product red, a cute minty green, and dark blue. All sales of the product red phone go toward fighting COVID-19. Now, fourthly, you can record in 4K with 60 FPS if you want, and you can take 8 megapixel stills while filming in 4K if you want to capture that perfect moment in time. Now let's check out the iPhone 12. The 12 and 12 mini are exactly the same except for cost and size. Otherwise, all the same features. You're just paying for a bigger screen with the 12, but let's get going over those specs and details now. The iPhone 12 has an average sized display at 6.1 inches. Also 6.1 inches is the iPhone 11 from last year and the iPhone XR. Now the starting cost is $799 and goes up depending on how much storage you want at either 64, 128, or 256 gigabytes. You can pre-order this Friday, October 16th, and they will start shipping on Friday, October 23rd. Now we're moving on to the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max first. The 12 Pro costs a cute $999, or you can buy it on monthly installments starting at $41.62 from Apple. Now the 12 Pro has the same form factor as the 12 with a 6.1 inch display. You can pre-order this phone this Friday, October 16th, and it will start shipping on October 23rd. Now let's look at the same details for the Pro Max, then we'll go over the specs and stuff because they are the same with just a different form factor and the size of the screen. Okay, so the Pro Max has a 6.7 inch screen and starts at $1,099. Now that's $1,099, depending on the amount of storage you want. Both phones' storage capacity, they start at 128, then go up to 256, and then finally 512 gigabytes. Now you can pre-order the iPhone 12 Pro Max on November 6th, and they will start shipping on November 13th, which is the following week. Okay, there are so many cool qualities to these phones, and honestly, each one could use their own video. But right now, we're just going over the most important specs that most people can relate to, so I'm highlighting just a few. And if you want to learn more about these phones, again, head to whistle.com over here where we have it all written out for you. So first, we're talking colors. The Pro and Pro Max have few colors in silver, graphite gold, and Pacific blue. Now, there was no audience this year, but if there was, I'm sure we would have gotten a few seconds of, ooh, wow, when the Pacific blue was revealed. Now, second, where the outside of the 12 and the 12 mini is aluminum, the outside of the Pro and Pro Max is surgical grade stainless steel, which is totally necessary in case you have to perform a surgery while on your jogging route every morning. And number 3, look, it has the A14 Bionic chip as well, but let me be very clear here. It's really good. It's better than the rest, supposedly. That's really all I know. I'll have to make a separate video on the Bionic chip because it's a lot, and maybe you don't care about all those little nitty-gritty details about the chip, but it's better than the last iPhone, so take that for what it's worth. Okay, I think That's it for this video. That was a lot. It's been iPhone everything today. It was a lot. My brain is fried, so I'm sure yours is close to that too. So what new iPhone is your favorite? I'm leaning towards the iPhone 12 Pro because I don't need a huge screen that the Max has, and it's $100 cheaper than the Max as well, and it's a bit better than the 12 and 12 mini with more cameras and just a higher performing phone overall. So just let me know what you think in the comments. I'm Sherry Riggs with Whistle Out TV. We have a lot more, maybe just a few more iPhone 12 videos coming, like which iPhone 12 is for you, and then which iPhone in general is best for you now that the 12 is released. Stay tuned for those. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm Sherry Riggs.